Okay, looks like we are live. We got the green light, we got the mic moving, everything looks good. All right, hey everybody, welcome to the Naked Famous Denim weekly live stream. We are broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan. My name is Bahzad.
I'm Marisa.
And you guys are you, so welcome. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from. We'll give the room a moment here to populate. And, we'll let's say hello to all of our familiar faces here in the chat. Let's start off. We've got Late Night Legend. So excited to hang out with you all tonight. Well, Thank you for taking the time to join us. It is morning here, evening for many of you. Rice W5, hello and happy Christmas from Birmingham, UK. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. It is Christmas Eve day here in Japan right now. We're broadcasting to you from the future. So we'll let you know how Christmas goes for us. I hope you guys are staying warm. I know in Ontario, in Canada, in Toronto, even Montreal area where I'm from, it's freezing. Yeah. It's big snowstorm. Stay warm and stay off the roads if you can. It's a little dangerous out there. Howdy from Frozen, Montana, USA. Dusty Rad title.
Was it Minnesota?
Minnesota, Montana.
MN.
I don't know all my states. Sorry. Canadian here.
Abbreviations are hard.
Yeah, abbreviations can be hard sometimes. That's true. Montana. Minnesota.
I don't know.
Could
be either.
Could be either way. Let us know, Dusty Rad title. But wherever you are, thank you for joining us. Will Sox, hello from London, UK. Dusty Rad title says minus 2 degrees Fahrenheit, basically minus 19 Celsius. Oh, I remember those days. Oh, yeah. It's real cold. Good day for elephant denim. Lee H. Hi, all. Enjoying summer Xmas in Sydney, wearing a brown fox and aloha shirt.
I am so jealous.
We're very envious of you. Enjoy your summery winter. Does Santa wear a big jacket when he comes to visit Australia, or is he in an aloha shirt?
I've seen Santa surfing in shorts, and when you.
Yeah. But is that the common image of Santa? Like, do you get the winter Santa or do you get summer Santa?
Yeah, I wonder, because who would wear a hat, like a fuzzy hat?
Well, some people always wear beanies.
That's
true. Garrett is often, doesn't matter what time of year it is, Garrett's often in a beanie.
That's true.
All right. Asian Jesus in the house. Hello. Nice. Detroit, Rock City here. Michael F. Welcome. Bee Dee, safe inside the 90-kilometer winds and snowstorm in southern Ontario. Yeah, it's bad out there. Michael Udall, hello from Arizona. Welcome. Shane Dalhunty, hi from icy Vancouver, Washington. Everybody's getting frozen in here.
Yeah, jeez.
Michael Baker, howdy from Edmonton. Late Night Legends, hi from Chicago, minus 22 here. Minus 22. Very cold. Artist, hey, I usually work today, so I can catch the VODs, but I'm off today. Glad to be here. Well, welcome, artists. Welcome. We are glad to have you here with us today. I know a lot of people had the day off. Is it the Friday before the Christmas weekend? So, Tate+Yoko, we were closed today. Obviously, the online store is open, but the office was closed today. I think the store was open. The office was closed. Yeah, that's. Anyways, it's too late for that now.
I forgot about that actually.
Yeah. Burns 9, hello from Las Vegas. We've got Asian Jesus cold in Chicago. Bee Dee, ho, Merry Christmas. Almost birthday for moi. Almost
birthday.
Well, everybody wish Bee Dee a happy birthday. Everybody do that right now. Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel in the name of Bee Dee for his birthday.
Right.
and leave him a nice message in the chat there. All right. Birthday wishes to you. Pub Sociology. Bloomington, Indiana. Welcome. Merry Christmas from Orange County, California. Everybody, we've got a great group of people in the chat here. Dusty Rad title is MN Minnesota. All right, well, there you go. Okay. Well, Jake Scheinler, howdy from Ventura, California. Francisco Michael, hey guys, it's minus 11 in Chicago tonight. Oof. Chilly days, chilly nights.
It's 5 degrees outside right now.
Yeah.
With the sunshine.
But with the wind, it's probably close to zero, I'd say, here in Japan.
I don't know if it's so windy today. Yesterday was windy.
Very cold. Yeah, it's we don't get into the deep negatives in where we are. If you go up north, there's lots of snow, lots of negative weather. It feels like Canada. But out here, it's just generally cold.
It's very cold.
Yeah, but not like you guys. Not like back home. Christopher Nguyen, hello. Ola from Arlington, VA, Virginia. I'm assuming Virginia.
Yes.
Yes.
It
All right.
is
There's,
Virginia.
are there any other V states?
I don't think so.
All right.
Vermont? That's not a state. Is it a state? I think it's a state.
The state, great state of Vermont.
But I think it's
Bernie
VT.
Sanders.
Yeah. VT.
VT.
Is Vermont.
Yeah. In Ontario, it's minus 30 right now. Alex K writes, oof, I feel for you. I've been there. You know, riding the bus, waiting for the bus outside. You know, I know what it feels. If you worked in retail and were a bus rider like me, yeah, I really feel for you.
Yeah.
New York work. Bee Dee, Naked Famous work flannel is working overtime today. I can imagine. Oh gosh, same. I worked at the Eaton Center. Alex K. Yeah, Eaton Center, downtown Toronto. Man, those, especially if you're trying to get on that Queen Street streetcar. Woo, boy, does that not come very often. I've been there, and you're just waiting, and then all of a sudden 4 of them show up at the same time. Not a great feeling. Muli, hello from Helsinki, Finland. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too.
Finland sounds very cold also.
Yeah, it sounds very cold. Well, I guess we have a lot of, you know, from new faces in the chat, which I'm glad to see. I suppose a lot of people had the day off today. Well, you know what, if you're whether you're starting to watch us today live or you've been with us forever, I'm glad to have you guys here. It's going to be a fun chat. We're going to do a couple things today. Number one, and I'll remind you guys throughout the chat, in case people pop in and pop out, we're going to do a little Christmas giveaway for everybody. So it's going to be a pretty simple one. We're going to give away 3 gift cards, one $100 gift card, and then 2 $50 gift cards. All you need to do is leave a comment in the chat. Either tell us what your favorite jean was this year, or tell us the name of our cat. At least one of them.
All right.
So.
Well, is it the chat and the live stream or comment?
No, comment
in the
section.
video?
Yeah, leave it in the comment section because that way I'm going to be able to find it. You got to be a subscriber to the channel. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe right now. You're going to be a subscriber. Then leave a comment in the comments section below, not in the chat, in the comment section. You can do it right now. You can do it later, and we'll go through it, and we will find some winners, and we will contact you. We'll leave a comment under your message letting you know that you won. And we'll do that on Christmas Day. So on Christmas Day, I don't know, at some point during Christmas Day. Not really sure. So there's no time limit. This is a very loose contest, guys. So bear with me.
Not even a contest.
Yeah, it's not even a contest. We're just spreading some Christmas joy. So we'll reach out to you there, and then you can send me an email, and we'll get that gift card for Tate+Yoko or Naked Famous Denim NYC to you. So one $100 gift card, and then 2 $50 gift cards we're going to give away. And so pretty simple, little Christmas joy. Anyways, I'll remind people because I know some people are going to be in and out of the chat during the live stream. So there you have it. And another thing we're going to do today is we got some spring samples. We got a package of spring samples, so we'll show off some new spring stuff. I know the website hasn't flipped over yet, but we will soon launch the Spring-Summer 2023 preview collection, the collection preview, so you'll be able to see everything that is coming. It's a long video. It's like an hour. Anyways, I'm sure you guys will, some of you will enjoy it. Some of you will find it incredibly boring.
Well, it's going to be, you can skip.
You can skip. You don't have to watch it all. But that video will come up very, very soon, and then the website update will come very soon as well. So, yeah, there's going to be some previews. And, we can just jump into some chat. We can answer your questions. If you have any questions about jeans, raw denim in general, whatever, we're happy to talk about it. One thing I would like to talk about a little bit, and I know everyone likes rant time, so I'm just gonna get to the rant time first, because I'm gonna get this negative energy out of me, because we were in Risa and I were doing a lot of customer service stuff this week. It's a busy time of year. We're helping the staff. Some people are in and out of the office for holidays, so we're handling a lot of customer service tickets. And 99% of you, wonderful. Just wonderful people. Simple question, easy answer, no problem. But some people just don't order on like December 21st and then on the 22nd ask me where your package is. Just, I get it that it's urgent, but I also don't think you get it that the world is, we didn't just wait for your order. Like,
right.
We weren't just, like, I appreciate your business and everything, but some people get really they were getting upset. And I understand, stressful time of year, but you're getting upset at me doesn't make your package go out any faster than it's going to get. In fact, it's probably slowing you down. Because, yeah.
And I really hope that those of you will learn the lesson and maybe buy a Christmas present a little earlier because we just, it's just, it's not a good time to be like, I think my package is going to come in 2 days.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of orders being processed at this time of year. I would imagine most people understand that. We try to get them out as quickly as possible, but if it's really last minute, you can't give me grief over.
Yeah, you can hope for the best.
You can hope for it, right?
Sometimes we're very quick, but it's just yeah.
Yeah. I also had one message which I found to be a little off-putting, where somebody asked where their package was, and I said it was on the way. And so the way tracking numbers can work is when you create the shipment, a tracking number gets generated. So that doesn't mean, it could still mean it's still in our warehouse. It could mean it's in a Canada Post truck or a FedEx truck somewhere. It hasn't been scanned in yet. Sometimes there's delays between updates. So, and obviously I don't work in the warehouse. I'm well, not obviously, but I currently don't work in the warehouse. When I'm in the warehouse, I work in the warehouse, but I'm not working in the warehouse now. Anyways, somebody was asking me what their shipping information, like an update for the shipping. I said, here it is. You should have had an email, but sometimes it's in the junk or whatever. Here's your update. And they're like, I can see it hasn't been picked up yet. You didn't have to create I know what you did, and you just created a label right now so you can basically say that it's already on its way, and it's not. And I'm like, lady, I didn't do any of this stuff. I'm like, this is. Because here's another thing that could also be in that category of things. And this is just in general. FedEx or Canada Post or whoever, they come and pick up from our warehouse usually around 3 or 4 o'clock. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean our shipping guys stop working, right? They're still picking and processing orders. So they'll pick the order, they'll create the package, they'll put it in the thing, and they put it in we have these bins for outbox. So when FedEx comes and they pick up these bins and they go. So it's it could be in the outbox bin. So it's been processed, it's on its way, but FedEx doesn't come every hour, So I know that, I know it's stressful, I get it, but the cussing, sometimes people they'll cuss me. And I'm like, why are you cussing me? I didn't do anything. I'm just giving you the information.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get you the order as we can. We're not trying to delay anything, right? We really want to get these out to you. So.
And cussing
really doesn't work.
Really does the opposite of what you want it to do, I think.
Not that I could delay your order.
Yeah.
I'd have no power to delay your order.
But I'm not going to work extra hard to get it now, now that you cussed at me.
You're cussing me. If I had the power to delay your order, which I don't, because there's no way, there's no mechanism for that, really. Yeah. But if you cussed me, I would just be like, you know what? We're gonna lose that picking slip. Just don't cuss me. I don't know why. And not only that, would you do that in person at a store? I'm sure some, not you guys, because you guys are fantastic, but I'm sure I know it happens, right? Mm-hmm. This is just insane. It's Christmas. You're complaining about a Christmas present that you ordered days before Christmas, and you're gonna cuss out the person who's trying to help you. Merry Christmas to you guys. I love you, no matter what. I just want you to know that there is a real person behind here who's answering your questions, and I do care about your order, but
Yeah.
cussing me doesn't make me want to help you. I'll still help you. I still want you to get your stuff, but
Yeah, you paid
Yeah,
for it, and you know we understand that. But yeah, it's just you have to be a little reasonable because you're not dealing with Amazon. We cannot guarantee your package by tomorrow. Like that's just not how we work. And I think that some people may not realize how small we are.
yeah.
But we are a very small company, and we all, you know, like our warehouse has to take a break sometimes too. It's just, you know, we work on business hours. We don't work on weekends.
Yeah, there's no night shift in the warehouse.
Yeah.
There's no weekend shift in the warehouse. Like people, we don't, anyways.
We get the point.
We work a regular business hour, and that usually can accommodate everything, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can't be like, all right, guys, nobody's going home today. we're gonna ship all these orders.
Yeah.
You know-
Sometimes I wish I could. I wish we could stay a little longer, or you know, everybody can stay a little longer to, you know, put everything out. But and we do sometimes.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
yeah,
but
when it's a crunch time. But it's just like we can't guarantee
Yeah.
every single order that, you know, gets processed within a certain amount of time.
So we do our best. We know you guys appreciate us. Anyway, I just want to give you a little insight into what's going on. That certainly frustrated me a lot this week. And there was a lot of, you know, fixing problems, and sometimes I'm not doing it for the thank yous, right? But sometimes, you know, you'd fix a major problem for someone and just ghost, and I'm like,
Yeah,
hey, come on.
Yeah, but I've had a lot of good experiences this week with the customer service, and it just makes up for the bad ones. I think
This is true. I'm only talking about like the 1%, the less than 1% of you know, memorable interactions. Because like sometimes I'm just on my desk, I'm like, what is happening here? And anyways, I know that bad experiences make for good stories. So I always remember that, and I'm like, you know what? It'll be fun for rant time. I'm sure people will enjoy some of my frustration, and I can get it off my chest a little bit. But Christopher, Nian, sorry you're dealing with the nonsense. It's okay. It comes with the territory. I'm used to it. Mm-hmm. But anyways, if I can make a good story out of something bad, then it's even better. It's even better. Have a good anti-rant story. Anti-rant story. What's a good anti-rant story?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I mean, easy. Most of the processes of everything, like, you know, most customer service stuff is, a lot of it is sizing questions, right? What size should I get? How should I size? Measurements. You know, I got my jeans too small. You know, and I deal with it every day. You know, somebody's like, well, I normally wear a size 30, so should I buy a size 28 jean because it has a measurement of a 30? That is the most common, like, misconceptions. Like, that the jeans that you own right now that you're wearing, whatever that tag size is the waist size that you are. So people don't realize that because we list those measurements exactly, they think that there's something special or unusual going on in, like, the sizing of raw denim, whereas all we're doing is kind of not exposing, you know, it's not expose, but, like, we're showing you that this is how measurements work. You're just not aware of it because the brands that you might buy from, that you might own already, you've never dealt with jeans in that manner, right? Mm-hmm. You always bought a 30, and that's generally always worked out for you. I would say that generally speaking, that would probably work out for you with us as well. If you're wearing a skinny jean right now that's a size 30, that's 100% cotton, you'd probably be a 30 in ours. You'd probably be. Check those measurements because you don't want to go through the exchange return process. That's annoying. That's no good. I don't want you to do that. So take the few minutes, do the measurements. You're going to have a good time. But, yeah, some people still make that mistake. They end up small. And, you know, when we're able to show people this, you know, we explain to them that your tag size and your waist size are different. It's not just us, but even on the jeans that you're wearing right now. And then people are like, whoa, I didn't realize that. Thank you for your help. That's always a good feeling because I'm like, I got another one. Like I just taught another person this, and this is the bane of my existence, is that this, not understanding the measurements situation. So the more people I can teach that lesson to, I'm very happy.
Yeah. Sizing is, yes, it's definitely the most popular question, inquiry. I think that, changing an order and, canceling an order or like, I picked the wrong size, blah, blah, blah. That's also very popular.
Yeah.
I think the other things is just like, our questions about like fabrics. Those are like, I love answering those questions because there's actually an answer to it. Sizing question, like I can't answer it for you because I'm not there to measure your jeans.
Yeah.
Whereas fabric questions, I can 100% answer it, and that's a very pleasant customer questions.
One of the other things I dealt with this week that I thought was interesting was somebody was asking for sizing, like help with their sizing, right? And I said, you want to use the measurement guide. You know what? Why don't you do your measurements, send them to me, and I'll try to help you out here. So, but I also said, let me know what brand of jeans you have and the composition, and what kind of fit they are, just so I would have also a good idea. And it was like a super stretchy jean that they had, and they currently had a pair of our jeans, 100% cotton, 14 ounce. And they're like, I did the measurements. I kind of they sized down a little bit. Like the jeans that they bought had a waist measurement of a 35. The jeans that they own had a waist measurement of a 36, and it was a stretch denim. So it's like, that's not gonna work, right? And then I had to also explain to them, not only do you have to like the jeans that you own, they might have been I think they were like a 34 that they own, but they measured out to like a 36. But they were also stretch. I said you have to account for the stretch as well, because you were buying a 14 ounce, 100% cotton jean that's a rigid fabric. So the jeans that you own, they measure to a 36, but when they go on your body, they probably stretch out an extra inch too. So factor that in. If you're buying a stretch jean from us, maybe it's equivalent in that level, but if you're buying 100% cotton, you have to account for that and, buy them a little bit bigger. So, a lot of sizing questions. Anyways, I feel like I would like to make, we do these videos every week where we just kind of talk about sizing. I wouldn't mind just making a one and done video where it's like, here's how you measure your jeans, here are the things that you need to account for. Definitely need to do that.
Yeah, we've been saying that for a long time.
Saying it for a long time.
And I think it's good to have like I don't necessarily want to make our customer service like robot operated, right. But I think there is a because if like just by answering each and every one of the questions, if it takes longer for us to get back to people because we're like repeatedly answering the same questions, then it really doesn't help the customers too. So it's like maybe it's a good idea to have some kind of like, if you have a sizing question, you can just like the video is one thing, or like you can just ask a question and I will just give you the answer that you might need, and then if you need further help, like you can actually speak to us or something like that.
Right.
I think that's the future of our website.
Yeah. Francisco Michael writes, I appreciate you. Having worked in a warehouse myself, they'd never let us go. They'd never let anyone go until all orders were picked and packed. I hated it there. Yeah. The work-life balance is a difficult thing, but I think we have a pretty... nobody is chained to their desk.
No,
that's other than me and Risa.
Yeah, but it's our
it's a
own
self-imposed
decision.
chaining. This last week, boy, like all of December has been an absolute blur. I mean, I'm up at like 6-something, 7, and then we're usually down at 2, and it's just been work all day. Just getting so much stuff prepared, getting videos done. We got next season to prepare for. We got a trade show coming up. It's just so much stuff going on. I don't know how to slow down time. I really wish there was a little knob. Just slow it down for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about this yesterday, but yeah, at the end of the year, like December, you just feel like you got to do everything that you need to do, and it just all piles up because like you're expecting some delay in like because everybody's taking a few days off or whatever, like. It's so stressful, and I don't really want to like be on like welcoming a new year thinking like I have all these things I still have to do.
Yeah, that's
true. So that's the like pressure that you're putting on yourself, and it's like, oh no, I gotta finish it by the end of the year, and nobody's working like the last week of December basically, so I have to get it done before. It's so stressful.
It's very much a self-imposed doom. You're absolutely right about that. It's like there is this invisible deadline of the end of the year. I'm like, January 1st and December 31st are realistically, if I don't get it done on the 31st and I get it done on the 1st, it's the same.
Or I don't stress about it April 1st.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't. So I should treat it like that.
Yeah.
But
I just anyways, we're like that. So it's just the end of the year is coming. You got to get it done. You can't have it hanging over the end can't have it on the new year.
Yeah, I don't want to have any like thing.
A lot of things going on. Yeah. So, anyways, a lot of fresh content coming soon. Spring's coming soon. We've got the Boxing Day sale on right now at Tate+Yoko. For those who don't know, if you're not subscribed to the Naked and Famous Denim newsletter, either Naked and Famous Denim or Tate+Yoko, we've got a Boxing Day sale going on right now. We talked about Boxing Day last week. We tried to imagine the origins of Boxing Day.
There are some good options.
There's some good options. My belief is that it started as a tradition where the customers and the shopkeepers got to have it out for one day a year to fight over discounts. If the customer could make a demand and it's like, all right, let's suit up, let's do this. And if the customer wins, they get the discount. If the shopkeeper wins, you don't get the discount.
But like after we had that conversation, we're having the same conversation, and like we went back to the origin of boxing, the word boxing too, and it was kind of interesting because I thought boxing, the sport boxing, it's called boxing because they're put in a box-shaped ring. Yeah. And then, wait a minute, ring is a ring though. It's not a ring. Yeah. Anyways.
Right. A ring is a circle. Yeah. Anyways. Christopher Nguyen, how badly do you want the discount? Right. Anyways, nowadays we don't have to fight each other. We live in peace, and we've got a great Boxing Day deal situation going on Tate+Yoko. It's buy two, get one free on everything that's on sale. So if you go to our sales section, everything in there, and I added a bunch of new stuff in there just for the sale. So actually, I have a new feature that I would like to try on the live stream. Let's give it a shot. Whoa, look at that. So if you go on Tate+Yoko, click on Boxing Day sale, all sale. Everything in the sale section right now is buy two, get one free. So if you get this denim jacket, for example, here, let's add that to the cart. Then let's go back to the Boxing Day sale. Let's click on some other items. Oh, this is a nice jacket. That's a good one. Sure, all size smalls. You should check the measurement guide before you buy anything. So you can see here, one item, the second item, these are both already marked down. And then once you add that third item from the sale, it automatically, let's get that Emperor slub. Sure, why not? Oh, yeah, we've got some sizes there. Sizing is starting to dwindle, but anyhow, what do we got? We got to add it to cart. And then you can see here, you get the box. So on the first item, no discount. Second item, no discount. And then on the third item, 100% discount. So you get the third item free, whatever is the smallest priced item. Check that out. It's easy. You don't have to worry about any codes or anything like that. Lots of sizes available. Another thing to note, I don't know if a lot of people know this about the website, there's a little filter here. So if you're just looking for Weird Guy jeans, for example, click on Weird Guy. And you get all the Weird Guys that are available. And then, of course, on every product, we have the sizing available listed underneath So that way you don't have to click through and see if they have your size or not. A lot of sizes available here. If you're size 28, it is your birthday, because we have lots of size 28s available generally. It's 27, 28, a lot of small sizes. So if you're a small guy, you got so many options here. So take that into consideration. Also, if anybody ever watched that Iron Snail video, Michael Iron Snail, where he came to Montreal and he talked about like what are some of the whoopsies that might have ever happened at Naked and Famous. This is one of them. We just have a lot of these in stock.
Yeah,
like
Weird Guy, Summer Sky, Selvedge.
Yeah.
We have size 40, like so much more than the rest of the sizes. So we sold out of everything else. But
somebody added an extra 0 at the end of the production line for this style, and so we ended up with a lot. So
if you're a size 40 and you're looking for a good deal, I know that size 40s, like bigger sizes, tend to sell out very quickly, but in Summer Sky, we have a lot.
Yeah, that's the big whoopsie. Bluegrass, Selvedge, that was one of the quick strike kind of drops for this year. I didn't have a lot to mark down this year, so I just put that one on sale early for you guys. And the MIJ9, grab that. That's a good deal. Those are going fast. Sizing is starting to dwindle here. 34, 36, probably in here these are starting to go fast. 32, 34, 32, 33, 34, 36 tends to go faster than other sizes. So you can see that represented.
Okay. So Francisco Michael says, I really, really wish we could filter by size chart sizes.
Right.
We can't filter by size chart sizes because that's way too complicated for us to figure out. But if you want to filter by size, what you can do is on the page that you're looking at, just Control F and look for the number. Right. So, if you're looking for size 28, it just highlights you which item has 28. So it's a lot easier for you to kind of see what. Sometimes it picks up the price, but most of the time it's just the sizes. So I think it's easier for you to figure out what we have in your size.
Right. Okay. Yeah. If you have any other questions about how to use the website or something, we can get you covered there. But. That's going on at Tate+Yoko and Naked and Famous Denim NYC. Same deals going on at Naked and Famous Denim NYC. The only difference is at NYC, the inventory is different. Like we have a lot more products on Tate+Yoko, but then again, you might find a size at New York that we might not have somewhere else. So anyways, check both. If you don't see your size in one place, check the other. The inventories are completely different. So keep that in mind.
And if you're looking for something, you can go to nakedandfamousdenim.com and look for the fabrics blog post, and then you can find all the retailers that carried each fit, and from there you might be able to find another deal. So
let's show you how that works. 1 second, I'm just gonna load up the website here. So let's go back to the internet. If you go to nakedandfamousdenim.com, click on news, and this is the blog post for every product that we put out. Mostly every product. Sometimes the product might not get a blog post, but if you're looking for Firebird Selvedge, for example, we've got the imagery, all the stuff here, a little write-up. We got the YouTube video, and then we have all of the retailer availability. So, and then not by country, and then also by fit. So if you're looking for something in a particular fit, you can see which customers have what. So sometimes, something might be sold out at Tate+Yoko. If you're looking for the Weird Guy, well, that's okay, because Stewart's London in the UK might have it. Or if you're looking for it in America somewhere, check out James Dant, Millworks. So we've got a lot of retailers here, and so we've got that all listed out here for you. So if you're looking for something locally or maybe on your side of the planet, I know sometimes for European customers, they might be worried about duties and things like that.
Yeah.
If you get it from a European retailer, those retailers have already imported it for you. They've already done all that stuff for you, so you won't have to worry about anything like that. You'll pay your local taxes directly to the website. When you're ordering from Europe and you're buying from our website, we don't charge you the tax because, we don't collect taxes for Europe. It gets sent over there, and then the VAT will get billed to you, and then, we ship with FedEx. FedEx will have to then collect the VAT for you, and then the annoying but the reality is that because they have to do the tax collection, they'll do something called a brokerage fee. So that's basically their like paperwork and like fee that they do to collect the money. And the reason why they do that is because to clear the goods for you, they actually prepay those taxes to the government. So that brokerage fee is basically their way of being like, we've put our money up to the government to pay the tax on these goods in hopes that you will receive this package and then pay us back. And I'm sure some people refuse packages, so then they get stuck with these things, and I'm sure that covers some of those fees. So that's why brokerage exists. I know it's annoying, but if you're in like the wholesale or like, you know, international shipping world, like we all have brokers. Like we have companies that we work with that deal with tax collection and, you know, customs and all that stuff. FedEx is just, you know,
broker for everybody.
The broker for everybody. They make it easy so that you don't have to have your own broker. FedEx just does it for you and charges you a few bucks.
Importing is as complicated as it can be, really. Like, but FedEx makes it, or FedEx or UPS, or those guys make it easier for you personally to do a process of importing. So there is value to that, I feel.
It's just, I think the general customer doesn't understand it because they're not dealing with like international shipments on all the time, right? You know, and it's like, oh, you know, I get. Sometimes we get that email. It comes to the customer. Oh, why did I have to pay, you know, this? And you know, I'll break it down for Europe or for any countries that Canada has a free trade agreement with. Now, in the United States, it's easy. Anything under $800, there's no tax. You guys can import that in. The American government decided, hey, it's too much of a hassle to deal with this stuff. If it's under a certain value, just let it come in. I like that. But Canada and the USA also have a duty-free agreement. So duty is separate from tax. Tax is like your sales tax, and then duty is just another tax for imported goods. Now, Canada has a lot of free trade agreements with a lot of countries. We have a free trade agreement with Europe. There's a free trade with most of Europe, the EU and the UK. And then there's free trade agreements with the CP, TPP. So a bunch of Asia as well. So because there's that free trade, it eliminates the duty, but it doesn't eliminate the tax.
Or brokerage.
Right, or brokerage. So what happens is you'll get that import and you'll pay whatever your local tax is. So whatever, when you go to the store and you buy a pair of jeans, you got to pay, you know, 10%, 15%, whatever your local sales tax is. The government is saying to FedEx, give me that money. FedEx says, okay, here you go. We're going to clear the goods for you. We're going to bring it to the customer. And then they say to the customer, here you go. Here's the bill for your tax, which we already paid, by the way. And we're going to charge you an extra, you know, $20, $30 for that service. And $20, $30 seems like a lot, especially if you're not importing like a lot of value of item, but that's just part of it, right? Now, if you buy it through your retailer, that brokerage fee, they paid it to their customs broker instead of FedEx or whatever, and that cost generally gets built into the price of the product anyway. So whether you're buying it from Tate+Yoko or buying it locally, sometimes those costs are already built in. So just so you understand how that whole system works. I wish you didn't have to pay taxes, but you do, and that's just how that system works. So if you had any questions about that, hopefully that was an answer for you. Okay. Pedro Cortez, work got canceled for me. Forgot the stream was tonight. Usually working for midnight. Glad to catch one live for once. Well, thank you very much for joining us live. And yeah, hopefully the weather is not too terrible where you are. But you got a snow day from work maybe. Snow days were the best as kids in school.
Yeah.
Did you ever get those?
I mean, yeah, not like that often, but maybe once every 2 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And for us, it felt like, 30 centimeters of snow wasn't enough for a snow day. Like, it had to be winter apocalypse for a snow day for us.
Obviously, because otherwise you don't go to school for, like, from December to, like, April.
Yeah. And, like, you're watching on the news in the morning because, like, that's how they're announcing it. Like, all right.
Which is
Toronto,
weird. Like, why would you announce it? Like you're counting on the news station to
Yeah,
to,
you're counting on the news station or the radio to tell you if your school was closed or open today. Or what they would do sometimes, the schools are open, but the buses are not. So if you're a bus student, if they had to bus you in, because sometimes you live too far away, and they bus you in,
you get a free day.
they'd be like, yeah, the buses aren't running. So
So it doesn't count towards your like missed days, I guess.
I don't know. I suppose you would technically be absent. But I don't think they would punish you for it.
I had, so like in my school, like we would get phone calls. Everybody have like a phone call, like a alphabetical order where like you have to pass on the message, which is very dangerous because if you're like towards the end, like you're the 40th person to get the call, like in telephone game, you know, you could lose the point. But like, so we would like just have to wait, and I'm like in the middle. So I lived kind of far away from the school, so I just had to like get ready anyways, and then wait for the call, and that was just like the worst. It was just like it's such a waste if I get it, but most of the time I don't get it.
Right.
Like it's not that bad of a snow.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Snow days. Fun times. Fun times.
Oh, so exciting.
One Sat rep writes, saw that you have a great Boxing Day sale on. Is your Montreal shop open on Boxing Day next week? It is. However, most of the sale items are not in the store.
And because the office isn't open, they can't get it for you from upstairs.
From the warehouse. The warehouse is on another level. It's separate from the store. So if you're looking for the Boxing Day deals, they're online. Shop online. Save yourself a trip. It's snowy out there. Or come in on Tuesday. Tuesday. 27th. No, Monday is Boxing Day on the 26th. Tuesday is the 27th. Yeah. So come in on Tuesday because the warehouse will be open that day, and we can actually bring items down from the warehouse to the store. Right. And the Boxing Day deals on Tate+Yoko and Naked Famous Denim NYC are running until January the 2nd. So it's you've got time. So there.
Although good things are going fast.
Good things are going fast. That's true. But that said, you should get it now. Then, if you're worried about it selling out, you should get it now. If you want to shop in store, I would. If you're just generally looking to shop in store, 26th is fine. But the 27th is where you'll be able to like take advantage of some of those online deals in store.
Yes. But I mean, we prefer that you shop online because obviously we're set up for that.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Yeah. So, okay. Somebody wrote, I had brokerage charges half as much as the item's value before. Don't really get it. I suppose it depends on the value of the item. One time we had a magazine sent to us from Japan, and the brokerage fee was like $20, and the magazine was worth $8, and we were like,
yeah, brokerage fee is like a flat rate.
It's a flat rate. It doesn't matter if you buy $1 or whatever. Yeah. But sometimes people confuse, because sometimes the bill is a little confusing, and it'll just have a number, and like the brokerage is X amount, and the taxes are there, and some people just see it all as one. Anyways, I don't know what your bill looked like. I don't know, but I know it's confusing. That's for sure. It's not. It's as simple as it is. Could it be simpler? Maybe.
I think it's like they kind of try to like confuse you, and like, you know, it's just like they're not making extra effort to make it easy for you to understand. Yeah. And most people, they're just like, oh, whatever, like that's, you know, let's just pay it. And when you actually inquire about it, I'm sure there is a proper reason for them to like, you know, charge the amount that they charged. Right. So it's a lot of the times it's not worth the like inquiry and fighting, because unless it's obviously wrong.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Francisco Michael writes, I do freight brokering for a living. Ask me anything. I work for Echo Global. All right. Shout outs to Echo Global. Yeah. Francisco Michael will
Now's the chance.
Now's your chance. If you want to know about imports, Francisco Michael. We've got a real expert in the house.
Yeah.
All right. Decibels wrote, my cat heard your cat and reacted. Oh,
nice.
All right.
Nice,
all right.
nice.
So there's some prizes to be given away. We're gonna give away little Christmas presents here for our live stream audience and people who are watching on the replay. in the comment section, not in the chat, in the comment section below, let us know what your favorite jean of 2022 was, one of our releases, and or tell us the name of our cat here, and we will pick.
I have 2 cats. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can pick. Yeah, you can pick any of our cats, and be a subscriber to the channel. You must be a subscriber. Leave a comment answering one of those 2 questions, and we are going to give away one $100 gift card and 2 $50 gift cards. We're going to give those away on Christmas Day at some point. Christmas Day Western time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what time. It's a loose contest, so whatever. But if you guys are watching now, you definitely have the advantage on getting that comment in. So definitely leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We're only giving away to subscribers. And
somebody mentioned in the chat that when the live stream's going on, you can't post a comment during the live stream.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true, but
if that is the case, then as soon as the live stream ends,
do it.
Get that in. Get it in before Christmas Day. In the West, right? So
Sure.
Yeah, something like that. Just get the comment in.
Yeah.
Okay. If you win,
Do it today.
do it
so
today.
that,
Yeah, do it today. Okay. Friend Michael F. I don't understand how stretch is designed to work in denim. I tried on in the mall, and stretch felt too big compared to cotton jeans. A smaller size worked, but I pulled tight. That right? Okay. Well, I think I understand what your question is. You're not quite sure how or why, what the benefits of stretch in denim is. Look, there are some jeans out there, if you're shopping in the mall especially, there's a lot of stretch in those jeans. And the reason why there's a lot of stretch in those jeans is because customers who buy jeans at the mall tend to like jeans that are very stretchy, and because they fit.
Yeah, fit
right?
is the key word
Yeah.
here. And the thing about like jeans or any kind of clothing is that like when you're standing up and you fit in certain type of item, it's and it fits you properly everywhere. Like when you bend over, you squat, you like walk, you do anything, any movement, you're gonna be tight in the parts that you move. Like if you're bending over, your stomach is gonna be or you sit down, like any people would. Like you need a lot more room in around like this area in the clothing. And the beauty of the stretch is that you can be fitted when you're standing up and sit down, and expands the amount that it needs to accommodate that. But if it's 100% cotton, then what's going to happen is that the fabric is going to stretch over time and stretch out. It's not gonna like come
Suck back in.
Yeah. So that's the beauty of stretch. It just goes like this, like elastic, and it's I mean, you need that room anyways, no matter what, and especially when it's fitted clothing, it makes a big difference. Yeah.
If you're wearing, a very, very stretchy jean is kind of, like that jegging kind of jean. Mm-hmm. For a lot of people, it's just very comfortable, right? It looks like a jean.
Yeah.
It wears like a sweatpant or like a legging.
Yeah. When you sit down, you don't have anything sucking you in, like compressing you. And
so when you're wearing a 100% cotton jean, it just doesn't, it to me, it feels more like a jean, but it wears differently, right? Like it stretches out according to like how your body needs it, right? So the seat area might stretch out a little bit more than an area that just doesn't get a lot of stress on it, right? So a 100% cotton jean will mold to your body nicely, but it doesn't have that active stretch and snapback that a stretch jean does. And for some people they want that, right? Mm-hmm. They want that because it's going to give them a little bit more mobility. It's going to be a little bit more comfortable for them. So we do some raw jean options with a little bit of stretch. We also have some raw options with a lot of stretch. So we do raw in a lot of different varieties. Mm-hmm. For us, we want you to fade your jeans. We want you to wear your jeans. Maybe not even necessarily fade your jeans. Sometimes you just make jeans because they look cool. We have jeans that are like, I'm wearing right now. I'll show you in a minute. Like the raw cotton slub, where there's nothing to fade. It's just an ecru denim, right? But stretch is there for comfort. Obviously, certain brands and, especially at the mall, there's a lot of stretch in there because it also just accommodates a wider assortment of people. And when, the general audience goes into a mall store, tries on a mall brand jean, yeah, they fit nice. They're comfortable. That's great. We're selling you somewhat of a different experience when it comes to jeans and, the production methods and all that behind it. But, yeah, you see a lot of stretch at the mall because that's what the general audience wants. Yeah, they may not tell you right off way. Like, I don't think, that's not even true. I'm sure there are a lot of guys who are out there who are like, I've met people who are like, yo, I need these jeans to stretch. Like, I need, we'll meet them even in the store. And, you give them a raw jean and they're like, no.
But I think it's also when you grew up in the days where there wasn't any stretch denim, you consider jeans to be of a certain item where it's a little bit uncomfortable. It takes a minute to break in, blah blah blah. But I think a lot of the people nowadays, they just got so used to the idea of denim having stretch, and so you just don't consider jeans to be one of those uncomfortable piece of clothing anymore.
Yeah, it's one of those odd things of people's expectations of jeans where sometimes, I don't know how people get this idea, but, they'll see a jean, again, at the mall or whatever, it's got rips and tears and all stuff like that, and then they'll look at a raw jean and they're like, they don't understand how that's how it started, right? How the jean that's all dark indigo with nothing on it, and it's super dark indigo, almost black, and they're like, what do you mean? That can, they don't make the connection that, no, see, somebody wore a jean like this and faded it out, and then somebody at a brand was like, oh, well, we found these old vintage jeans, let's just copy, the pattern or whatever, and they make the jeans like that. The worst offenders of jeans, and again, I see, because people, they wear all kinds of terrible jeans, they just do. But to me, the worst offender of jeans is when the fading is just all wrong, right? Like they've put, whiskers everywhere, and I'm like, they don't go on your thigh, right? Just why did you put whiskers on the thigh, right? Or where there holes can happen anywhere, but sometimes I see behind the calf area and just weird placements
that's just,
it's just the design aspect of it, but
that too, but also everybody's different has length of legs that are, if you have shorter legs than people of your regular average size, then the fading pattern would not go.
Right.
That's how it's just really bad. If you are I haven't nothing against already faded jeans, but if you try them on and the knee or wrist, the back knee things just really off your actual knee, then I don't think you should buy it. It's not gonna look great.
Yeah, it's yeah, I used to work in a denim shop where we used to sell a lot of pre-washed jeans, and sometimes, those jeans, they came in a 34-inch inseam, and the fading was according to that, and, you'd have to trim that down to a size, a 30 inseam, and that knee fade or the behind the knee whiskers are ending up in this guy's calf, and it's it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. So I'm like, you should wear raw jeans. You should fade them yourself. You can get them to look like this in 8 months, and they're like, nah, bro, I'm good.
You know what's you wouldn't believe how many people come to us saying well, I bought this dark blue jeans, and now there are spots that are fading basically.
Yeah.
And they can't believe it. They think it's a defect, and I'm like,
yeah, that's true. Every now and then you do get a customer
don't get the concept of jeans,
who's just there's these Japan heritage, they're all bumpy and stuff, and it's just yes,
Sorry, but that's the point.
That's not a defect. Literally the feature. You know, some.
And like, I think if we were like the size of a massive company, then we can like preempt that kind of ideas. But because we're relatively niche brand, and we kind of like majority of customers are like, you know, aware
denim,
of the concept of denim at least. And so like sometimes they were just like, whoa, like, I mean, I get it. I understand that is something that not everybody knows. They're not going to teach that in school.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, whoa, that's cool. How did you find
Yeah.
out about us?
It is odd sometimes. You know, I suppose if you found us at a department store and you just saw some like dark indigo jeans on a counter,
Maybe.
like, okay, I can understand. I can understand that. But sometimes they'll buy it from Tate+Yoko, and again, I just wonder, like, how did you find us?
Yeah. Because it's not like we're advertising everywhere.
Buy like a niche raw denim product, you know, like an Elephant or Japan Heritage, and then complain about these jeans are too, like, these Elephant jeans are too heavy. And it's like, this is not wearable. And I'm like, I've seen those comments before. I'm like, I don't know, how did you...
How did you decide to
Yeah,
buy this?
how did you get there? You know, it's like going into the car dealership and walking out with a, you know, super sports car and being like, this thing's too fast. It's just like, yeah, it's got 700 horsepower. Like,
yeah, but with cars you can drive slow if you want to.
I guess, but like, you know, it's just weird that you gone all the way to purchasing it and then realized that what is happening here? Yeah,
it's bizarre.
Good question. Somebody asked, and Harley writes, "Dumb question." No, it's a good question. Why are 100% cotton sweatpants stretch, but 100% cotton jeans aren't?
Yeah, so that's the difference in fabric construction. Knit fabric is, if you look really, really closely, they are made with like loops of yarns.
Yes.
So when you pull it, the loop gets bigger because it's not, packed
tight.
These are like round things that can stretch and extend.
Yeah.
Like that.
So think of your sweatpants as like a knit cap that like your grandma made for you. Mm-hmm. It's made really the same way, except your grandma's knitting needles and yarns are a lot bigger and a lot looser. So when you pull that fabric, you can see that there's a lot more give. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like why a looser weave denim tends to stretch a little bit more over time. That's because the yarns aren't packed in so tightly, so when there's a little bit of room for those yarns to give.
Yeah,
right?
But the structure of weaving is like very straight yarns this way. So it's like you pull it, it's not gonna get too stretchy. Like
not
outside
like a
of like the natural natural give of cotton, you're not going to get that much more room. But knit, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look at look at the fabric with very close.
Yeah, real close.
Yeah,
and then hit that macro lens on your phone camera, and
Yeah.
you'll see that it's just a bunch of little loops together, and you can pull it apart, and you can see that it's got to give, and it'll snap. It'll come back to some degree.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay. KW writes at Chase Franson, I have a couple pairs of another brand of jeans. I bought them before getting to raw denim. They're okay, but mostly comfort fit with a lot of stretch. Too gimmicky and overpriced in my opinion. Sure. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of, the mass market generally wants stretch. And whether or not they say it outright, some people will, sure. But, companies who want to sell a lot of jeans to a lot of people are going to put stretch in there because they fit everybody right away. They're very, very comfortable right away. And that's good for a certain audience. We make stretchy jeans too, but we like to make rigid fabrics, whether they have stretch in them or not. They're generally not crazy. The Blue Comfort is the best of like raw feeling and stretch. Mm-hmm. That is really a really crazy denim that took forever for us to get to that point. Because either we can get a lot of stretch, but they wouldn't really feel that raw, or like with the stretch selvage or like the midnight slub stretch selvage, like they're pretty raw feeling right at the beginning. It takes a while for that stretch to like really activate and
it only
become
gives
stretchy.
you a little bit of stretch. But Blue Comfort, man, that's a good jean.
It's a good jean.
Yeah.
Bee Dee writes, Risa, the inside of your hoodie looks so cozy.
Thank you. It is cozy. Yeah. It's really nice, just touching my skin.
It's the new FoxFibre Wonder Looper sweatshirt, available now at wonderlooper.com. But they on Tate+Yoko, the Wonder Looper t-shirts are available right now, so you can check them out there. Again, if you don't want to deal with importing or things like that, Tate+Yoko, easy place for you to pick them up from. And then they will have the double heavyweight crew necks and sweatshirts available probably in the early new year.
Yeah, FoxFibre too.
And the FoxFibre as well. So there you have it. Wonder Looper. It's Risa and mine and Risa's brand of knitwear.
And if you want a little assistance with the payment of that, then maybe you should subscribe to this channel and comment to enter the contest, because you can use that gift card on anything on Tate+Yoko.
Yeah, that's true. So just to remind anybody who's joining the chat right now, we are having a little Christmas giveaway. So after the live stream, in the comments section of this video, let us know what your favorite Naked Famous Denim release was this year, and or let us know the name of our cat or cats. One of them. Even one of those answers is acceptable. You don't have to say both. You can say one, and we will pick on Christmas Day some winners. There will be 3 winners, one $100 gift card and 2 $50 gift cards. We'll get those for you for Tate+Yoko and or Naked Famous Denim NYC, whatever your preference is. So leave a comment in the comment section after this video, after this live stream is done. Lee H, if we buy Wonder Looper products, can we pick it up from you directly in Japan? Hee. Send us a message. We could figure something out. But one day we'll hopefully have a store where you can come and shop in person.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Claude Jean, love my black boost and ash black stretch. I ordered Crimson Sky from the Boxing Day sale. Nice. That's a great combination of jeans. One jean that's gone kind of we released it last week. It's the Royal Black. That's an under the radar awesome jean. It is a black resin-coated indigo denim. So if you're looking, a long time ago we did something, the Sumi denim, which was a black ink coated on indigo denim, and we really only did that once.
But we are.
We are doing the Sumi again. Coming in a while. We're working on it. But if you want something in the meantime, this is a very, very similar fabric, indigo coated. With that, indigo-dyed, rope-dyed, black-coated, looks great. When those fade, they look beautiful. A very, very awesome fading jean. Royal black denim. Is it Selvedge? I don't remember. I think it's a non-Selvedge.
Yeah.
But I think they're like $150. They're a pretty good price. $153.
That's a great price.
Yeah, good price. 2% stretch, 11 ounces, good for all year. Royal black. Check them out. We got them on tate+yoko.com right now. Here, I'll show you them. I can do that now. So check it out. Here it is. This is the Royal Black denim. That's the pocket flasher here. But yeah, it is an ink, a black resin coated indigo denim. Very, very nice. So you can see it's a indigo warp, white weft with black coating. On the outside, you don't see any of that weft at all, right? When you start to break away that coating, you'll start to see the blue. The blue will start to fade. You'll see a little bit of that white coming through. It's going to look really nice. So check that out. That is coming, not even coming soon. It's available now and at a great price. So big recommend.
Yeah, there's a bunch of items that we released kind of last minute in the fall time, like in the past couple weeks. Yeah. So check it out. And not everything got like a release video and stuff like that. So just a kind of
Yeah, there's only so much
Last
time.
minute.
There's only so much time. It's because, this was kind of like, oh, we better release it before the end of the year. Just because it's the end of the year. And I'm like, well, I don't have time to make 3 videos and the blanket line video. And we're doing spring, summer 23 stuff. And we got fall, winter 23 stuff. It's just a lot. So, yeah, if we could clone ourselves, that'd be great. That'd be really good. Okay. Artist writes, does naming your cats up our chances? Or, by the way, Bahzad, it's pronounced Atris. Oh, sorry. It's fine. Haha. Atris. What did I say?
Atris?
Atris. My apologies. Does it up your chances? No. But,
yeah. I mean, it's fun thing. And if you don't want to name any jeans that you didn't like any of our jeans.
If you didn't like our jeans, then you got another answer. I'm not going to force you to
claim
that your favorite, one of ours is your favorite. It's nice if it is, but if it isn't, that's okay. But, as a longtime viewer of our live stream, I would hope you would know one of our cats' names.
How many cats have you got? I thought it was 1. No, we have 2 cats, although one is way more...
yeah, he likes to be a star.
He's the attention seeker.
Yeah. Some kind of Christina. Hi, bestie, Risa.
Hello.
All right, it's your bestie.
Yay.
Clone yourself multiplicity style. I'm sure this is a movie reference, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we got to check it out.
Yeah, or, I mean, if we could function without sleep at all, like, that's a human's, like,
that's
the
biggest human error.
It's like, you would think that evolution would have taken care of that by now, but it's just, I don't think it's happening.
Agree. If I could just get another 5 or 6 hours out of my day,
yeah,
I would appreciate it.
Yeah, it would be nice if we don't have to always be like, oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm okay with a power nap. A good 20-minute power nap can usually extend my work battery for another couple hours in a day. But yeah. Multiplicity is a movie where they clone themselves, but each clone gets dumber. Clones of clones get dumber still. Oh, yeah. It's like Mr. Me... Well, not quite like Mr. Meeseeks, but... yeah, cloning of clones. Don't do it. Don't do it. Was the DBZ Goku a release in 2022? They're my favorite. My Okinawa Spirit 5s are just slightly too tight to beat my stretch Gokus. It wasn't a 2022 release, but you know what? That was like 2018, maybe. That's been a while ago. The Dragon Ball collection. But anyways, you can write whatever you want. Any answer is fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be.
Well, no, the fact checking.
Yeah,
this is not 2022.
Don't worry. We're easy. We're easygoing.
We also don't even remember what's in 2022.
Yeah. Next week we'll on next week's live stream we'll talk about like a recap of 2022 and we'll see how much we can remember. Yeah, it's all a blur. It's all just one thing, and it's kind of hard to remember what came out in what season.
I think I can kind of picture what happened before we moved to Japan and what happened when we were still living in Canada. I think we can have that distinction, but it's been 3 years now, so very hard to.
It's all melting together. Hey, Risa and Bahzad, any chance you'll be releasing the Elephant and MIJ collection in your women's max fit? That's Crappy Sardine writes.
Good question. We are considering Elephant.
Sorry, Serenade. I said sardine. I can't see.
Crappy Serenade. Yes.
Serenade.
Elephant is a possibility.
Serenade.
MIJ at this point is not, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Keep these questions coming.
Yeah. The more demand, the more we'll consider it.
Yeah.
Junior, Rainbow Core has been my favorite pair from this year. That's a good one.
That is a good
very,
one.
very good gene from this year. We don't have... There was the Rainbow Core, Red Gradient Core. I don't think 2023 has a core color in the works.
No,
not at the moment.
I guess not.
Not at the moment. So if you're thinking about getting a core denim, anyways, whatever we have left, what we have left for a little while. Yeah. It's all about the raw linen, guys. That's my best from 2022. Great jean. I'm gonna little tease, but I'm sure next week we're gonna ask like what our favorite release was from 2022.
We kind of talked about
I talked about it.
Yeah, Brandon was here.
Japan Heritage Kasuri is up there.
That's a good one.
And because these are the jeans I've been wearing the most, are the raw cotton slub. I love this jean. I love this jean so much.
Is this spring 22?
Spring 22.
All right.
Yeah, this came out this year. Very, very comfortable jean, and it's heavier weight, even though it came out for the spring summer collection. But the texture, it looks great, feels great. Very, very happy with these. Yeah. This was a very popular jean this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of got together and decided Ikuru jeans were the thing.
They were okay. Yeah.
They've been like slowly creeping up. Like we've had like Ikuru jeans for the past few years, like in the collection, but like it really exploded, I think, this year.
Oh yeah. Mike Knight, I have those and I love them too. Vans Edwards, now I want them. Right. Well, you know what? Let's get into some spring 23 previews. I have a couple of jeans here. Speaking of Ikuru jeans, we'll start with this guy. Got a couple, but we'll start with this one. This is the all natural organic. So 100% cotton, 100% organic cotton, 14 ounces. So not quite as heavy as the raw cotton slubs if you were worried about them being too heavy for the summer. But what I really love about this, and I hope it comes up on camera, it might not. I
think you can see.
They are super neppy with these little cotton seeds.
Yeah.
You can see so much of it. It is very, very in there. They just look like a beautiful.
Yeah, and I really love this Selvedge ID.
Yeah.
This is such
Green.
a good complementary thing to this denim. It looks here also. This looks really a lot like the natural seeds stretch denim we've been running for a few years now. But that one has stretch and a lot lighter weight. I think it's 10 ounce or something like that. And then this one is more of like a raw denim guy's version of that. It is Selvedge. It's 100% cotton.
And they're even seedier. Like there is a lot of seed in this denim. So it's got a lot of character right off the bat. Even though it's like a classic kind of smooth raw denim texture, the seed really, elevates that and gives it a lot of depth. And it comes with the recycled leather patch, kind of going with the little eco theme. But if you want to get a different leather patch, of course, you can go on to Tate+Yoko. We can do the leather patch replacement. So you can pick from a variety. You can get the color or design that you like. So very, very cool, rigid. Will come in a chore coat. Will come in a denim jacket. It's going to be a lot of options in this one for you. So if you missed out on the raw cotton slub, I know they're not quite as slubby, but you can get on that Ikuru train, choo with the all natural organic Selvedge denim. Exciting, very exciting stuff. Recycled leather. My eyes deceive me. Recycled leather.
Cardboard patch, because I think he thought it was cardboard patch.
Oh,
but
right.
Yeah. It's like it's got this like a paperish texture to it, but it looks very different.
It's definitely thicker than like a paper, like way thicker than a paper patch would be. It has a leathery feel, but it's definitely not the same as like a real leather. But we just thought that this was a little bit on theme with this denim, so that's why it's there. But anyways, now that we do have the leather patch customization option, you can make your jeans your own even more. Vince Chan, Brute patch. That's right, we got the Brute. You know what? We got the internet here now. We got it connected up. We can go leather patches. I think I can somehow. Hold on. Why is it not working? leather patches. So for those people who don't know, on tateandyoko.com, we can customize your leather patches on any jean. So we've got a wide variety of options. This is our new Brute, design with this kind of like 80s action hero type of looking dude. I really like him. We've got a very minimalistic design here with the leathercraft patch. So the leathercraft patches are designed to just showcase the leather. We'll have more options in both of these down the line. And then we have our classic Tragic Blonde logo. And these come in a variety of designs. And they're all priced kind of based on the leather. I think the only one that's, they're like $10 to $12. And that obviously includes the labor to put them on. I think the shell cordovan is the only one that's up there. Yeah. $20 for the shell cordovan. But
that's a good deal.
It's actually a good deal. On one piece of shell, we can get like, how many? Like 9, 10 patches maybe. So not very much at all. So you can get a wide variety. Pick whichever one you think works best for you. We've got these beautiful leathers. This blue pull-up is very, very, very beautiful. And the classic veg tan. So if you want that thick veg tan leather, you can have that put on any jean you want. You can see just how thick it is there. So, and then of course with these, you get the option to pick how they're sewn on. I know some people want to be able to put their belt through. For thicker leathers like this, we don't recommend it. We recommend you go sew all around, and we do the all around stitch. We mentioned that here. That for thicker leathers that we really don't want to do top and bottom, but I know some people really want it, so we'll do it anyways. But sometimes that can lead to threads breaking and things like that. So it's done at your own risk. We do the best job that we can, but the reason why our production jeans for thicker leather patches have it sewn all the way around is so that they're really secure and on there. So just keep that in mind. So leather patch customization, you can do it on any pair, whether it's regular price or sale. It doesn't matter. We'll do that for you.
And if you just want to collect these patches, choose the on its own option, and you don't have to have it sewn on.
Yeah. Right. So you can buy a pair of jeans, or you can just buy the leather patch if you want. Maybe put it on a pair of jeans that you already own.
Yeah. So a local tailor might be able to do that for you.
Yeah. Okay. So there you have it. That's the leather patch customization stuff. Pedro Cortez, the website viewer ups the stream level. Yeah. Little by little.
Getting better.
Getting better. How do you do the holofoil and gold lamb? How do the holofoil and gold lamb patch wear? Does the shininess fade? Yeah. Anything that's kind of like applied onto the leather will eventually start to fade away and wear away.
Yeah. So. But even like non-applied leather will patina. Changes. Nothing stays the same.
Yeah, nothing stays the same. Sometimes like with the leather patches, like after multiple washes, just there's so much moisture that I've got absorbed to that leather. Sometimes it becomes very, very difficult to see the embossing. It just kind of plumps the leather up. So everything is going to change over time. Eventually, again, this is the one day, we'll have that book. We'll have all the beautiful faded jeans. We'll have a thing of all the, patinaed leather patches and things like that. Yeah, I'd really like to do that. Yesterday, Risa and I, we went to a museum to see vintage Japanese souvenir jackets. Very, very, very beautiful. And I just they had these walls of all these old jackets from like the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And I just thought, man, this would be so cool for our jeans. Yeah. If we were to just have a beautiful display and you can see all these beautiful faded jeans. The wall of fade is very impressive, but we have the jeans, we have a little story that goes with it. I think it'll be cool. Anyways, one day that'll be a book. Maybe one day it'll be an
traveling exhibition.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, just pictures of beautiful faded jeans, explaining the stories. When we were looking at those souvenir jackets, it came with stories, how they came to be, who wore them, how they designed those embroideries. One thing I thought was really neat was the bags, right? When so before they were doing the souvenir jackets, and you might have seen them before, those in Japan, they'll have like an eagle or a hawk on them, usually some kind of military theme tied into it.
Oriental theme.
Yeah. So before that, I guess the soldiers, when they would come here, they would go to these places by the base and they would customize their bags. Wherever they were in Yokosuka, Japan, they'll draw like a Japanese scenery on it, and it was just kind of a souvenir. And it went from doing that, doing little handkerchiefs and small things that you could take home with you as a little memory of your time in wartime in Japan, and then you would bring it home with you, and then they started doing it on these jackets. And then the guys on the military bases, maybe they wanted them customized, have their divisions or how much time they served in a certain area, put that on a jacket, and it just kind of blew up from there. And they had everything from like early ones from just those bags all the way till modern jackets today.
Yeah. It was very, very cool. And just a fun fact, if you don't know, like souvenir jackets are called Sukajans in general, that type of jacket. And the reason why they're called Sukajan is it's like this area where like a city called Yokosuka, that's the area where American military base was. It's not too far away from Tokyo, but like around there they developed these souvenir shops for the like
GIs.
Designed for the GIs that wanted to bring something home from Japan, and that's how they started these like customization things and all the jackets and stuff like that, and that like those stores still exist and the base still exists also. So not to the extent of back in the days, but obviously there's still a culture of Yokosuka like souvenir things, and that's why it's called Sukajan. Like Suka comes from Yokosuka,
and Jan means jacket. Like in Japanese, an old school way of saying a jean jacket is a jijan. Yeah. So jijan or jeans for like pants. They'll call them jeans nowadays, but like if you're old, sometimes they'll call them jipan, jeans pants.
Jipan is still like it's like I don't want to consider myself to be old, but I grew up with the word Jipan instead of jeans.
So there's a little lesson for you. Know what? I'll go get some souvenir jackets just to show you guys because I think they're pretty cool. Maybe some people don't know what they are.
Right. Yeah. All right. Let's look at some. I saw a comment from Bee Dee, which I thought was really cool. I made a card holder for my work ID and business cards out of 2 Naked and Famous patches. A fun upcycle. That is a great idea. I don't know if the size would work. I guess it depends on the ID card, but it is a great idea. You can easily do that by purchasing the leather patch from Tate+Yoko. What else? That would make a great coffee table book. Yeah, a coffee table book, we have to have it. In the next 10 years or so, we're going to figure out how to do that. Naked and Famous ever going to do leather jeans? I'm not sure. We have done Matrix collaboration, which is a leather... Well, it's like not real leather, but faux leather coated denim. So like the surface of leather would over time would wear may rip, and then it would show the denim inside, and the denim is of course rope dyed indigo, so it's going to fade, and it's just a multi layer of fading. So that's a fun thing.
So anyways, those this is a vintage one here. You can see it's got this beautiful embroidery, and the embroidery is done. It's all hand operated embroidery. So like there were no like machines doing this entire design. Somebody would stencil out the design and then by use of machine stitch all these stitches in, and so they would have these like very 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 Japanesey style designs. This one happens to be a reversible one, and I love the inside here, or the other side. So you've got red, I've got green, and this one's very oriental with the dragon.
Yeah.
dragon on the back, Okinawa on the top there.
And it's like, it's so much work. So much work put in, especially having the both sides done.
Yeah.
And
oh, yeah.
we saw this at the museum.
The old invoices.
They have old, like, historic old invoices from, like, the 50s of these jackets. Because a lot of the times, like, we also saw something fun that was, like, these Sukajans made for, like, different, like, cities with bases. Like, they would have, like, Hawaii version of it. So they place in, like, Hawaii stores would place an order to Yokosuka.
Or on the, like, the invoices were actually to the U.S. military. So they would have the U.S. military stores buying these Japanese-made souvenir jackets.
Yeah, because it's so, like, a popular thing for the soldiers. So they would have, like, you know, purchase orders for these jackets at, like,
$3. $3 a unit, and they were buying, like, 1,200 units.
Yeah.
But I'm like, $3 in the 50s was... It's like, not the same as $3 today, obviously.
1,000 yen or so, probably, at the conversion. Maybe a little bit more. But, like, 1,000 yen, like, obviously, 1,000 yen value is so much higher back then. But it's, like, so much work. It is so much work.
Yeah.
I can't believe they were selling it for that little amount of money.
So this one's another reversible one. You've got Hawaii in there. So, yeah, they would have made this for, like, a Hawaiian, you know, military base. And then on the other side, you've got Japan, right? You got Japan on the top. You got that tiger. Very, you know, I just like that they're like very crude designs, but they just come out looking beautiful. And yeah, this one's got some very, very beautiful embroidery. Look at that. And the double, and the fact that it's reversible. You know, you get two jackets in one. Very, very cool. So you can change your style. Yeah, Mason Line. What does that say? Discovery Ship Mason Line.
Mm-hmm.
So
there was also a bunch of designs that are like, you know, I think how it started originally was like the soldiers bringing in their own designs. Like, you know, these, like, it says Japan and tiger and all that. I think that was like established already, and, you know, that they're making a bunch of those. But like it started as like soldiers bringing in their own design, and a bunch of designs were like, you know, them working on the ships or working on, like, you know, flying the airplane and stuff like that. So they represented more of what they did in the military, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I have the book. I'm very excited about this. So yeah, it's snowy. Yeah, very, very cool. It's I really love these jackets. I love the embroidery, of course. Yeah, it's, you know, Reese and I were talking about it when we were there, because I feel like in Japan, a lot of the raw denim guys, they love these kinds of jackets. But in the West, every now and then, like, I see a store get a couple of these jackets, but they really just never blew up as, like, a must-own item.
I think it was more fashion. Like, in fashion world, they blew up. But I think people who might appreciate what's the story behind this jacket didn't really care because it was so
after
fashionable.
Drive, a lot of people started looking for these. Remember that movie Drive? Mm-hmm. A lot of people started looking for jackets like this. But yeah, as like a raw denim guy, you know, outfit, like there's a lot of, you know, heritage workwear aspect of like the Western, you know, kind of image of the raw denim guy, but this stuff didn't pick up the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the bags that Bahzad was talking about. Like these military bags with like, these are painted on, like these hand painted on.
Yeah.
And before that, I guess like some people did like a portrait, like, you know how they would have like a wallet picture of their family and stuff like that. So they would bring it to these stores and like, you know, have it like blown up and like
somebody would paint it. Yeah.
And, you know, now they have like a portrait picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really neat. And I mean, they had so many things to look at. Of course, I like that this is a Japanese-American, you know, blend of cultures.
Mm-hmm. Like that, eagle and dragon.
Yeah.
There's a lot of eagle And dragons.
Yeah.
And
Because
tigers.
so much of my life is west and east, so it all just kind of comes together. So I really like this stuff a lot. Anyways, if you come to Japan, come and pick up one of these jackets. I think you'll enjoy them.
Yeah, this is like a close-up of. So it is done on a machine like that, but everything is hand operated.
Yeah.
Like
chain stitching.
Chain stitching that I
chain
do.
stitch embroidery. So there's this book is this is the book to get if you're interested in these kinds of jackets. It's called Japan Jacket. That one was the book from the museum, from the exhibit, but this is just a general book. It has probably a lot of the same kinds of photos. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, look up this book, Japan Jacket. You'll be able to find it online. That one was from the museum. You probably won't be able to find it, but this is a nice hardcover, great looking book to own.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So that's some.
Yeah. How did we get into?
How did we get here? I don't know. We talked about embroidery somehow. But we've got some more Naked and Famous Denim previews to cover. So let's talk about those. This one right here. Another spring summer 2023 preview. Double dirty fade denim. So this denim is our dirty fade denim. That fabric's been in the collection for I'd say probably a decade now. Dark indigo denim. It's got the warp is made with a brown cotton that is rope dyed on top. So when you fade it, it kind of has like this brownish tone to it. So we call it the dirty fade. Now this is that exact same warp. It's the same yarn used on the weft, but on the weft we dyed it brown. So you've got two levels of brown. You've got the dark brown that's going to show through on the weft, which gives this fabric a very warm tone because through the twill lines you see that brown weft showing through. And then as it fades, it'll fade a little bit more brown, giving it that earthier, warmer tone throughout. So two levels of brown. We call it double dirty fade denim. It's a remix, another remix of one of our classic core fabrics. We have the offshoot broken twill denim. Now we've got the double dirty fade. It's fun to play around with our history. We're approaching 15 years. Now I feel like we have a real history. We're starting to have a history. When you're 5 years old, you're still kind of new. When you're 15 years old, now you've got a little bit of history as a brand, especially with the amount of fabrics that we've put out. And, especially our core line, because these are fabrics that really stood on their own for so long. They continue to sell well. They continue to be very, very popular items. So now we're saying to those dirty fade, fans out there, a lot of people, you have your gene. I'm a left-hand twill guy. I get the left-hand twill. That's the gene I always get.
Yeah.
Some people, they're a dirty fade person. They get the dirty fade, they wear it, they get the next one. That's the gene for them. So now you can have that gene slightly differently.
Yeah, but I like this because it's like it stands on its own too.
Yeah.
It's a great gene just by its own, but it also have like a connection to dirty fade.
So you don't have to be a dirty fade, guy. If you just want a clean. I wouldn't clean dirty.
Extra dirty too.
An extra double dirty denim with a nice warmish tone, brown weft. This is a great option for you. So that's coming in the spring of 2023.
Yeah. I just want to answer a couple of quick questions. So where do you recommend shopping for these souvenir jackets when visiting Japan? I think Ueno, Ameoko is a very good area. There's a lot of old school like jean shops and like old school. There is a lot of like kind of modern like cheap versions of Sukajans available too, but there are shops that have like
the real deal
made in Japan stuff too.
You can kind of tell the difference. Like if you see one for like $40, it's not the real deal, right?
And you look at the stitching, like at the embroidery, and if it's intricate, if it's like really too perfect, then it's probably not done by a person who's
Yeah.
doing this. So it's probably done by a computerized machines.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a fine line because you don't want like a super junky one because you know you want a certain
You want a
kind
certain
of,
level of quality.
yeah, but then
Yeah.
computerized
Yeah.
one, it doesn't have that like character.
Yeah.
I think.
If you go to like vintage shops in Japan,
Oh yeah.
they'll probably have real vintage ones. How much should you expect to pay? It can vary, like $300, and the sky's the limit, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, they still make the new ones, so the new ones are probably a little bit less expensive, even though it's, you know, brand new.
Right.
I think the vintage ones that are like actual vintage and there isn't that many of, then it's more expensive, I think.
But yeah, if you come to, you should be able to find one. And look, if you're shopping in the Naked and Famous Denim price point, and you know you're comfortable in this range, I'm sure you're going to be able to find a souvenir jacket that will fit your budget.
Yeah, and think of the work that.
Yeah. The work is insane.
Yeah.
The,
think of that, and you don't think it's too expensive.
Yeah.
I think.
Right. Especially, this is another one of those like dying crafts because the people who are doing it today are mostly the people who were doing it back then still. Like they might have been very young when they were doing it, and now they're old and they're still doing it.
Yeah.
And they just don't make them like that anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
And I really want to get into it.
Yeah, we're kind of contemplating buying one of these machines and for ourselves.
I've been contemplating it for a long time, but like seeing all of that things yesterday, it just really.
Yeah, I think it might have solidified that idea.
Yeah.
So, Risa does chain stitching. We might be doing some of this style of stitching as well. It's a totally different machine, but it's very, very cool.
Yoko Hoodie machine.
Yeah.
It's like. Zzz.
Yeah. Augustus Al. Hi from Hong Kong. Welcome. Just woke up, and I'm glad I finally made it to a live stream. We'll probably have to rewatch this afterwards to see what I missed. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here. The machines are crazy expensive, though, last time I checked.
I mean, you know, chain stitch machines are expensive too.
Yeah.
I think
Any industrial machine is
Yeah.
not meant for
personal
use
Yeah.
really. But
Yeah.
you know, they kind of just cost what they cost. It's kind of like a pro camera. Like, you know, a pro camera is expensive, but if you use it a lot and you use it, you know,
Yeah.
the right and you need those features, you know, I like just in general everything. I mean, you know, I think we have a pretty good tripod at home, and you know, we use it to make all of our videos and stuff, and sometimes I'll see like, you know, oh, that tripod's like $2,000, and then I'll like see the review and like how they use them, like it's a lot of money for a tripod, but it's just like the time, you're like the amount of time it saves you and like setup and like functionality, like it's like I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. But yeah, they're also just not meant for like the general consumer. Like if you're just, you know, making a small little project video or whatever, maybe that's not for you. But if you're doing this stuff all the time, then it
And also,
makes sense.
I mean, with the embroidery, it's like kind of my hobby too. And,
Yeah.
you know, I don't have a very expensive hobby other than that, so I think it's fine.
Right. Mike Hawk writes, what percentage of stretch will Elephant 11S have? Also, you said spring, but which month? March. Spring is Q1, Q2. So
so spring season
summer
is it's basically the first half of the year.
Yeah. I don't have any ETAs,
Yes,
delivery dates
we
for
can't really promise
anything yet.
anything
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah. So coming soon. Elephant 11 will have 2% stretch if I'm correct, which I'm pretty sure I am. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 2% stretch version of the Elephant 11 Grandrel. So Elephant 11S.
S. Yeah, so you wrote 11, but 11 is 100% cotton jeans. 11S is the 2% stretch version.
Yeah. Okay.
I did see a quick thing also.
Just from Matthew Bradwell writes, if you're ever in Oregon, we have dozens of authentic Sukajan imported from Japan at Kikko made. Well, there you go.
Cool.
Matthew Bradwell, if you work there, then he's the guy to check. and he'll help you find one that's already in America. It would be cool if you released a pretend chupacabra leather patch. Pretend. Why did you write pretend like that?
Pretend, not pretend.
Not pretend. Okay.
Yeah. So I had another question about Hiba Cypress. So that is, I already announced that was my favorite pair of jeans from fall winter 23. I don't know about this year. I haven't thought about that. But yeah, that one is great. And Melody asks, can either of you recommend a store in Japan that sells Hiba Cypress scented candles or lotions? I have a very good store. I just want to shout out. I have nothing to do with this store, but it's called Cul de Sac, I think. It's in Meguro. It's just like a very tiny little store, but it has everything that you can dream of made of Hiba.
Yeah, it's all Hiba all the time store.
Yeah.
Everything you want Hiba wood, they've got it.
Yeah, they do wholesale to other select stores, select shops. So you
Beams
can,
Japan.
Yeah, Beams Japan is a good one. You probably see some Sukajans there too. While
that's
you're
true.
in there. Beams Japan. The biggest one is in Shinjuku. So
that's the one to go to.
That's a good one, and they do carry a little bit of the Hiba items, but if you want to go all the way, I recommend you go to Nakameguro and go to a store called Cul de Sac.
Yeah, Cul de Sac. Yeah, Beams Japan is different than regular Beams. Beams Japan is kind of like a souvenir store in a way. It really just, it's all made in Japan products. So they'll often have Hiba Cypress stuff. They have like little home goods, Sukajans, and
artist
arts,
level pottery and like clothing. And it's not just like very kitschy souvenir. Like it's very well curated.
Sometimes just like regular, like a sponge.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like, I think it's a good selection of like from daily use things to like really high end stuff, and it's very nice store.
Yeah. Yeah, when you come to Japan, we've got plenty of recommendations for you.
Yeah.
Any plans for more ostrich leather patches? Nicholas Viplu writes. Any more plans? Not at the moment, but I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should at some point next year. We'll reevaluate the leather patch options for the customization, and we'll add even more. I know we have to make more brute and more leathercraft ones, but we certainly need an ostrich one in that mix as a customization option, and even on a jean. I suppose it just depends on the jean. We really like to make sure that the leather patches speak to the jean that we're doing. So,
it has to like somehow tie into that, or like looks perfect together kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like any kind of leather that you want us to make leather patch with, let us know. We're all ears.
Yeah. Venomous Teddy, Beams, Beam Plus, Beams Japan. Yeah, there's a lot of Beams.
Yeah.
Japan likes doing this also. Sometimes
Beams owns like
they own everything.
A lot of Japan's fashion industry.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like a lot of brands will have like a sub-brand and a sub-brand and a sub-brand and a sub-brand.
But I understand it because the market is so vast that you have to cater to the most commercial, the mass, but also you want to cater to the high-end ones so that you can stay relevant.
But you don't want to lose your name because your name has the
right.
It's just it's all over the map.
I remember Beams like really, really blew up first in Japan. I was still, I think, in middle school. Or maybe younger, I don't know. But like everybody, have you seen that plastic bag? But like it's kind of like it's like a sack with the strings, and you can carry it like this, and it's orange, and everybody had this. It's like the bag to have, and it's a shop bag.
Is it this?
So no, it's like No, it's this orange bag, maybe.
Okay, let's look it up.
Orange shop bag.
This thing?
No, but
This
it
thing?
looked. Yeah, this is
Okay.
the closest. Yeah, this is just
Okay.
my young.
This is Risa's this bag right here.
Yeah, everybody had it because like when you go to school, like you have to have like a certain bag, but you also need like a sub bag because the school bag is not gonna carry everything you need to carry, and this was everybody was
That's
carrying.
everyone's.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have
It
it.
just proves that
Yeah.
you shop at Beams.
Yeah.
and you're the coolest.
I guess so. In junior high, the thing to have was a Club Monaco sweater. Yeah.
Club Monaco.
Club Monaco,
Yeah.
the old classic Club Monaco sweatshirt.
Interesting.
That was big, and then the Calvin Klein, the CK.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of shifted. It was like Club Monaco, Calvin Klein, Gap, and
DKNY. Maybe.
DKNY wasn't that big in my school. Tommy Hilfiger. When Tommy
yeah,
Hilfiger hit,
100%, yeah.
boom. I remember I had this Tommy Hilfiger jacket, the most obnoxious Tommy Hilfiger jacket. I mean, there's probably a few of them, but I remember it was like this long, kind of puffy jacket. It went kind of like, I was a kid. I was small. But anyway, it went down to like my knees. It was like basically the Tommy Hilfiger flag, the entire thing. And it's like Tommy Hilfiger like down the sleeves here. And my school was a little rough. And I'm like, I can't leave this in my locker because it's going to get stolen. And so I would just bring it to class with me. Like my 100%, if that was in my locker, somebody would have broken into my locker and stolen it. There's no question about that. And yeah, so I would have it with me. I'd bring it to class, put it on the back of my chair. Like it was not getting stolen from me. Although I suppose if they really wanted, they would have just beaten me up and taken it. Anyways, it didn't get stolen. I don't know what happened to that jacket, but
Yeah.
it at least never got stolen. Okay. Augustus Owl writes, going to Tokyo at the end of March. Would like to know if your shop is near the Gundam factory, as one of the places I want to visit. We don't have a shop in Japan. We are based in Yokohama, which is also where the Gundam factory is located. But we don't have a shop here yet. But yeah, check out that Gundam. There's a I don't know if they had one in Odaiba, the big giant Gundam. I don't know if it's still there or if they moved it to the Yokohama there.
I don't know if that's the same one, but
Oh.
like they move things around
Yeah,
every
yeah.
now and then.
But yeah,
Is that a Gundam factory?
well,
Do
they call it a
make-
Gundam factory.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
it's actually
I see.
where they make the stuff, but it's like you can buy all the figurines and stuff there. I'm not really into like model making and things like, just because I don't have the time. I also don't have the. Maybe when I'm old and I'll figure it out. But anyways, right now it just seems so complicated. I just don't want to get into it. But it does look very, very fascinating. But I did buy a model kit the other day as a Christmas present, and we were going through the model kit area at one of the stores, and it was just like, this stuff is
very
crazy.
well made.
Yeah,
it's very detailed, and it's not that expensive. Like I can imagine this being like, I thought it would be way more expensive because it's so intricate, but it's affordable.
Yeah, like some of the model kits were like as low as like $15.
Yeah,
like
and it doesn't look like
it didn't look cheap, right? It looked really well done. So.
I'm sure you can
Yeah.
like really go into the rabbit hole of
Yeah.
like doing this, but I think I would be into that if I was a boy.
Yeah. You don't have to be a boy. You
I
can,
know,
yeah.
but if I grew up as a boy, I think I would be that type of person
like
who
that.
would get into that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe one day. Brendan R writes, was this pre or post trench coat Bahzad? This was pre trench coat Bahzad.
Yeah, you can't go from trench coat Bahzad to Tommy Hilfiger Bahzad.
I went from like trench coat Bahzad to like Raver Bahzad. Yeah, so there was like there was an angry emo phase, and then it went into like Raver guy phase. Yeah, I had some phases, but I feel like the trench coat people sometimes often turned into the Raver people, because the pants were often the same. Right, this is just super wide. You had like crap hanging down, like chains and stupid shit.
And I also like. I think the idea behind it, like you don't want to be like anybody else. Like you fuck the world.
Yeah.
Sorry, of course.
Yeah.
But that's. I think the idea.
But the Raver people were often also the happy hardcore people. So there was a lot of like peace, love, and all that. Like, anyways, there was a lot of colorful hippiness. But anyways, I
thought it was more like I just don't want to live in the reality.
Well, that was part of the emo phase, I suppose, I went through, but as a kid. But before emos, we were goths. But yeah, my friends who all dressed like me and who I hung out with, also just got into raving, and so I was just like, I just went with the flow. But yeah, it. Anyways, I would say it was a better transition. Double dirty fade Raver guy. You got it. You got it. Okay. Sean O'Donnell writes, I was outside for 5 minutes today and nearly froze solid. Yeah, for you guys out there in North America land, it is certainly a cold one. So stay warm. Brennan R writes, how deep does the fashion iceberg, how deep down the fashion iceberg did you go? I feel like there's an alternate universe. There is a Rick Owens Bahzad. There was a Rick Owens Bahzad for a long time. A long time.
You still have some.
I still have a bunch. Yeah. I as an adult, when I discovered Rick Owens, I'm like, oh, this is adult goth gear. And like nobody was wearing it. I remember when I worked at Holt Renfrew, like we would have it and nobody was buying it. It was just, it would sit on the shelf. Nobody understood it because at that time, like the popular brands in that kind of scene were like D Squared and Dolce and Gabbana. Like it was all very like, I just feel like it was the people coming in to buy fashion were the guys who were going to the like guys and girls, people who were like going to party. They're doing a lot of clubs. They wanted a big Dolce Gabbana t-shirt. They wanted something loud. They wanted something recognizable. And like the Acnes and like the Lanvins and the Rick Owens and like the stuff that really wasn't recognizable, there wasn't a room for it. Mm-hmm. And so it wasn't until the not recognizable brands became recognizable that a lot of people, just in my opinion, a lot of people jumped into it because they're like, oh well, that's it's a handshake, a secret handshake. It's like, you know what this is, right? And so a lot of people jumped into it there, whereas I really liked it when I was into it. I liked it because it was like dark and gothy and yeah. Anyways, I just
liked it before everybody else liked it.
That's what I like to say. But I mean, there's still things I like about it. I just, it's just not something I wear day to day anymore. But for a long time, I wore a lot of that stuff. Bahzad posted some Rick on his Insta not too long ago. Yeah, I have a leather jacket. I have a couple of jackets. Some of the clothing I had, like tank tops and things like that, I'm not young and I'm not young enough for that anymore. Alex Vera writes, I'm loving the latest unbranded release. My first pair of denim over 15 ounce. Well, great. Enjoy it. I'm presuming you got the 22 ounce big slub. Enjoy those. Augustus asked, if I wanted to try out some Naked Famous jeans in Japan, where would you go? Presently, you don't have a lot of options. You actually have better options in Hong Kong. There's a shop called Black Riot. It's like a motorcycle kind of enthusiast shop, but they carry a lot of denim and things like that. So check them out. That's your best bet to find somebody local. Okay, we've got another preview. Mike Knight writes, can you make a pair of denim overalls for a stuffed animal about a foot tall?
I know, I really love those tiny little denim overalls, but cute. It's just, we don't have the capacity to make that. Those are very difficult to make.
But speaking of animals, we've got the new Chinese New Year denim. Next year, It's the year of the water rabbit. So we've got the new water rabbit leather patch here on the Chinese New Year denim. And this is a new Chinese New Year denim.
It's a different fabric
Yeah, it's a new fabric. So for the last couple of years, we've been running. It's been the same fabric that we've always had, and now we've decided to change it up. It's a little bit more slubby. I would say it's a lot more slubby, and it's not quite as rigid. It's still a rigid denim, but certainly not the most rigid denim in the world. It's got a little bit of flop there. You can see how rigid it is compared to the double dirty fade, but a much more textured denim. So a little bit looser weave, and you can see just how kind of scratchy looking that denim is. You can see how loose weave it is from the weft here. And we've still preserved that gold and red Selvedge ID. So this is the new Chinese New Year denim. I think 12 ounces, slubby at a, great, easy all year round weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a nice denim. Like
Yeah.
the previous Chinese New Year denim base was very nice too, but like this one's a little bit.
Yeah. The previous one was something we called a short slub denim.
Yeah.
So the slub wasn't as
Obvious
right away. When you could see it in the right light, the right angle hits it, and like when it fades, you'll see it. But this one, you really see that slubbiness immediately. And for like a lighter weight denim to have like this amount of texture, I think it's really, really nice. So the new Chinese New Year denim, this is going to be one of the first releases of the year. So stay tuned. That is another Spring Summer 2023 preview. I was going to ask about the Chinese New Year. Excited for the year of the dragon.
Yeah, the next year is going to be
a big one.
It's going to be awesome.
Brendan R. Bahzad in some Kiss boots is all I can envision right now. There was a brand of boots, like Kiss, like the rock band. Kiss. Yeah. There was a brand of boots that I really wanted when I was a teenager, and they still make, this brand still exists, but I mean, here, I'll show you. It was this, like, this is crazy, by the way, guys. It was stuff like this. Like, these really weird Raver boots. And, like this. And I remember going to a store, like this one little, like, Raver store I would go to. And they had them. And they were, like, $300. That's not for me. But, like, something like this. And they were, like, $300. And I'm like, oh my God, those are the coolest boots I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, if I buy these, my mom is going to kill me. I was just like, I can't. Number one, I don't have $300 to spend on boots. That would be the most amount of money, not only that I had ever spent on boots, but on anything at that point. And if my mom found out how much money I spent on these boots, which would have been like my entire like paycheck, maybe more. I used to work as a warehouse guy at an electronics store. Oh yeah, she would have murdered me. I would be dead.
Even if it's free, she wouldn't have liked it.
She wouldn't have liked it.
You would be wearing these boots.
Yeah, she already didn't like what I wore, and if I had jumped to that level, I would have been dead.
Yeah,
there would be no Bahzad. I would be buried in the ground somewhere. But yeah, that was a fun little phase. Oh geez, look at these ones. These ones are crazy. As a kid, I would have went nuts for this. Maybe not for me, but if I had seen those, I'd be like, those are so cool. I mean, they're cool in their own way, but
yeah,
it's
hard to pull that off.
It's hard to pull that off.
Yeah.
If you were at a rave and you were wearing these, then maybe a Burning Man.
Right.
Yeah, my style has certainly evolved. It's kind of funny, like the kids are. They're dressing crazy. I'm like, yeah, we all of the generation's kids dress crazy. At some point, people tend to mellow out.
When you're a kid, you also don't know any better.
No, I just wanted to. I really wanted to stand out. I just wanted to be. I wanted to be the wildest looking person, and then I'm like, yeah. Anyways, a lot of different phases. Nicholas Viplu, what do you think of the Alden indie boots? I love the Indiana Jones look, but they seem overpriced for the quality. I do not have an opinion on them. You know, I don't. As much as I like boots, I'm not deep into like the boot world. I like what I like, and yeah, I wear a lot of Yukatens. I can tell you for sure that next year I will buy some more because I've been like, I follow Yuki and I follow Yukiten on Instagram, and like every time they post, I'm just like, oh man, I want that. But like they posted a new main guide boot with a new sole. Hold on,
That's great.
I'm just gonna give them a shout out because.
I just want to point out there's only a week left in this year, and so far of the 51 weeks that we have had this year, Bahzad has not purchased any shoes, which is impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if you find that impressive. It is an impressive thing.
Yeah, but I guarantee you that I'm going to buy these boots. Just that's happening.
Yeah.
I want these boots. Cool. That's gonna be mine, and I can't not do it.
Yeah.
2022, there was a no boot embargo placed on Bahzad.
No shoes.
No shoes. Not even boots. Just no shoes. But they are constantly coming up with amazing shoes.
I think if you did this every other year, you would at least make the shoe purchase cut by half, I think. So
yeah,
I think that's a good strategy.
Even these. Oh, those are beautiful. I want them.
You don't have them?
I don't have them like this with the patch with all the different patchwork like that. Mm-hmm. I have a pair of these in all blue, but I wouldn't mind having one like these. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If go over to Yucatan by Meg Co. And get this is where all my money's gonna go. Look at these, unbelievable, just gorgeous boots. Yeah, that's how you. It's dangerous, guys.
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
Very, very dangerous.
Yeah. Brendan, are proud of you, Bahzad. I remember in 2021 there were new Yucatens almost every month. 2023 might be that again. Anyhow, probably at some point. Christopher Nian, January 1st purchase. My buddy Mike at Wild Frontier Goods is doing indigo-dyed sneakers. So he's taking a bunch of like Converse, Japan.
Made in Japan, Converse.
Yeah. And he's in like Nikes and like indigo dyeing and sashikoing them. His wife is just a beautiful, she does like such beautiful, intricate like sashiko work, and he's doing all kinds of customizations. And I'm like, I'm gonna get a pair from him too. So he just did an indigo-dyed Converse. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna show you this, and then I'm gonna show you a couple more spring previews. I'm just shouting out people who do good work right now because it's you should do that every now and then. Yeah.
I saw that he did the one of the made in Japan suede.
Yeah.
High tops. It's amazing.
Guys,
I kind of want that.
Guys, look at this. Look at this.
It's suede.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
So he prepares the indigo himself. He does it all by hand. His hands are blue constantly, and just.
His brand is called Wild Frontier Goods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just check him out on Instagram.
Yeah.
He did some Vans. He indigo-dyed one of our Wonder Looper sweaters. Check this out. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Anyways, he does this all himself. Really, really nice guy.
Team.
Yeah. Oh, and then it comes out blue. Look at that. Beautiful. So if you like indigo-dyed things, he does a lot of. He basically it's all customization work. So check him out.
There's a lot of leather work too.
Yeah. So there you have it. Couple of shout outs to some good people who do some good work. Mm-hmm. Some stuff that I'm definitely going to purchase myself. Venomous Teddy, is that the same guy who dyed a Wonder Looper fleece hoodie? That's the same guy. Yeah, you got it. So anyways, for those questions, check out those people. But yeah, my shoe embargo is about to end, and it's gonna be
glorious.
It's gonna be glorious. But we've got more previews. Well, we're going to 2 hours and 3 minutes. It's okay. We're gonna do a couple more previews.
Yeah.
And then we got to get ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget, There
yeah.
is gift cards, Christmas gift cards. We're giving out $100 gift card times 1 and two $50 gift cards. So for anybody who are watching this live stream, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and leave a comment after the live stream's done. Leave a comment in the comment section for this video, and you have a chance to win a gift card for Tate+Yoko.
Yeah. For people who are looking for like a sashiko denim option, this isn't sashiko, but it's kind of made in the same way. We call this the Kikko denim. Look at that. So it's kind of like these little hexagon pattern woven into the fabric. We're going to have this available as a chore coat, a jean jacket. We have some shorts also that go with it. So this is going to be available in a bunch of different options here. But just a beautiful textured colored
nice
jacket.
fabric.
And it's rinse washed right at the beginning. So you can see that variation in color right away. It's going to fade even more with time. This is going to look crazy.
Yeah.
I'm definitely stealing this sample.
And if you don't want the fading part of that, we also are making actual sashiko weave fabric that are navy.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to bleed, or like fade the items, then you have an option.
We'll have another
like
one.
This,
but it'll be in another preview.
Yeah.
But you'll see it in the preview video when we put it up. Wow, that looks amazing. What's the weight? I don't remember
like
offhand. It's like 12 or 13. It's not
it's a
particularly
regular
heavy.
weight.
Yeah. Does sashiko not fade? It depends on the dye. So
the sashiko one's not indigo-dyed.
Yeah. So there's this guy, and then speaking of like fun jackets, these two jackets, you're gonna get unlimited free compliments with these two jackets when you put them on. I guarantee you, everyone's gonna love them when you have them. Hold on, a little bit of a wardrobe change for everybody, live on air. We'll do it live. I'll just take the sweatshirt because it's flannel. We'll start with this guy. You guys.
You have seen this.
You might have seen this one before. But this is such a crazy fabric. We saw this and we're like, this wasn't made for us. This one we came across and we just had to have
and
it.
We already finished planning for the season, but we're like, no, we're gonna make more stuff now.
This is denim with this pattern all woven right into it. It just looks amazing. You have it with the crew denim or even with the blue jeans. It's gonna look so cool.
Jean. Yeah, it's actually gonna. I mean, you have to kind of like keep the rest simple.
Yeah.
But it is a very nice
very
thing
cool.
that matches with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Actually.
So it just blends right into your denim wardrobe. And again, this is for flash. This is for something that you want to draw some attention to yourself, and it definitely will in this color. But yeah, I just think even this outfit on a nice spring day, going out at night. It's going to look really, really cool. And we also have, if you want something a little more subtle.
Yeah. How did they manage to get that into the weave? So this is made on a machine called jacquard machine. So jacquard, it's like basically it's computerized to like lift up some like threads where like it needs to make the pattern. So while they're weaving, they're making these patterns by manipulating the threads or yarns.
And so if you want the more subtle version, we've got it all in black. And you can see it's just tone on tone black. You can clearly see the pattern, but maybe from far it might not be so evident. So we're going to have it in two options for you. Very, very fun jackets to wear. This next season, I mean, our closet's already bursting, and I can't steal all the samples, but I might steal more samples than usual this season.
That pink version of that will come in women's overalls, which I am very excited. I'm planning on stealing that one.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Those are the perks of working for us, that you get to sometimes steal samples. So if you're interested in that type of lifestyle, and you want to work for us, let us know. We're always looking for good people. Damn, looks good. Thank you so much. I think, anyways, it's cold day right now. I'm thinking, man, I'm just thinking of the summer days when you get to enjoy these. But those days will hopefully be here soon. I know
You can enjoy it now.
You can enjoy it now.
A thick coat.
Thick coat underneath.
Yeah.
Thick sweater underneath. But yeah, it's that's that. Christopher Nguyen, where can I send the resume? Just send it over to info@nakedandfamousdenim.com. Hopefully you want to live in the cold of Canada. The cold of Canada. Okay. You know what? I think we're gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
I don't have snack or movie recommendations on hand, but here's a movie recommendation. Watch any Christmas classic movie. Mm-hmm. Home Alone, Frosty the Snowman, whatever it is. Go on YouTube and look up like 80s retro Christmas commercials. Relive the golden age. Relive some nostalgia. Elf
is
right?
a good one.
Enjoy
Miracles
a Christmas film.
34th Street is a good one.
Yeah, Scrooge, a modern classic. Die Hard. Does Die Hard count? Yeah, Die Hard counts.
Yes.
Die Hard counts. So
enjoy a Christmas movie. Enjoy the time with your family and friends. Enjoy maybe hoping for a chance to win a gift card from Tate+Yoko.
That's right. So right as soon as this live stream ends, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know what your favorite Naked and Famous release was of 2022, or let us know the name of one of our cats. Let us know in there. Be subscribed to our channel. Leave those comments, whichever one. And we're gonna pick some winners on Christmas Day at some point. So get it in before Christmas Day. And we'll leave a little comment under your comment letting you know that you won. You can contact us. We're going to give away a $100 gift card and two $50 gift cards. So there'll be 3 winners. And there you have it.
Yeah. There you have it.
Everybody, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thank you for joining us for another live stream. Mm-hmm. Letting us be your live streamers for the last however many episodes in a row. It's gonna be it's gonna be
a good year next year too. Yeah. Although next
we have one more stream before the end of the year.
Right. Okay. So let's not wrap it up. Just Merry Christmas and enjoy
everybody.
The day. Enjoy the week. Eat some good food.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Later, guys. Wait, there we go.